Hi everyone, welcome back to Accounting with Kitty. I asked and you responded. Due to popular request or maybe popular detest, we are going to be covering financial ratios today, specifically the operating leverage ratio. So grab a pen, paper, and get your assets comfy because this lesson is about to begin. To jump into it, financial ratios evaluate the overall financial condition of a corporation or organization. Specifically, operating leverage is our percent change in earnings before interest and taxes divided by our percent change in sales. It can also be shown as fixed costs compared to variable cost. This ratio measures the effect on a firm's profitability caused by a change in sales. So, as this number increases, it has high leverage and has a greater return, however, it's riskier. So, to go on to a question, I think that this will help us better understand the operating leverage ratio. A company has total cost of $100,000, of which 40% is variable cost. What is the operating leverage? We were not provided with anything about a change in EBIT or a change in sales, but we were provided with information about the fixed cost compared to the variable cost. So to start, I would always suggest determining what you know. And we have this number right here of 100,000. And it says that 40% is variable. So we know we have 40% or 40,000 is our variable cost. We'll label this V, and then we know we have our fixed cost. And if 40% of 100 was variable, then we know our fixed cost is 60,000. And as determined and shown above, our fixed cost divided by our variable cost equals our operating leverage. So if I take 60,000 and I divide that by my variable cost, I get an operating leverage of 1.5. Seems simple, right? So let's move on to our next problem. So here we have the Carlisle Company, who currently sells 400,000 bottles of perfume each year. Each bottle costs 84 cents to produce and sells for $1. Fixed costs are 28,000 per year. The firm has annual interest expense of $6,000, preferred stock dividends of $2,000 per year, and a 40% tax rate. Carlisle uses the following formulas to determine the company's leverage. It then presents us with multiple formulas and the definitions for each of the variables within the formulas. It then asks us to determine the degree of financial leverage for the Carlisle Company. So first we need to determine what ratio do we need to use. And here it presents the financial leverage ratio that the firm uses. And when looking at this ratio, it appears we were given in the problem all of the information except for EBIT. So we're going to need to determine how to solve for EBIT. And what exactly is EBIT? Well, need to get used to my pen. Excuse me on that. So for EBIT, we know that it is what? Well, it's our sales minus our variable cost minus our fixed cost. And what were sales? Well, we have sales and they were 400,000 bottles and they were $1 each. So we have $400,000 of sales, and then we have our variable cost. And what was that? Well, it says in the problem that each perfume bottle cost 84 cents. So we have our 400,000 bottles times how much each of them cost, and that was 84 cents. So that's going to be a negative. It's going to be a negative 336,000 of variable cost. And then we also have our fixed cost. And if we read the problem, it tells us that fixed costs are $28,000 a year. So 28,000. And if we add our 400, our 336, and our fixed cost, we get a grand total of EBIT of what? $36,000. So now all we have to do is plug this EBIT into our nifty formula provided, and the rest is cake. So it says that EBIT divided by, we have 36,000 divided by EBIT, which we just said was 36,000, minus interest. And interest was given to us. It says interest expense is 6,000. So we will put in 6,000. And then we take that minus what? P. And if we look, it says P is our preferred dividends. Preferred dividends were also given to us in the problem. They are 2,000. And it's our preferred dividends divided by 1 minus our tax rate. So 1 minus, and if I look at the problem, our tax rate was 40%. And that gives us a grand total of 1.35. And that is our answer. So it's really important with these long problems to just slow down and go through them step by step, because really this problem, it gave us everything we needed to know except for EBIT. And EBIT we know is our earnings before interest and taxes, so it's going to be our sales minus our variable minus our fixed costs. Once we found EBIT, we just plugged it into the problem and we were right on our way. Thank you so much for watching that first video. Be sure to comment down below what you'd like to see next. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next video, and I'll see you next time.